Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Good to have Bird back with us here today.
He's going to be back.
Yeah, he's got his replacement tooth is in there. The temporary, the permanent's going to be coming here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was a cap that got knocked off.
And that's good. If I had to take a tooth out, that was the blessing.
Beth at the dentist's office said this is a best case scenario.
Yeah.
I confused her. I thought I had implant. So I saw someone on the internet say, what's that thing that's sticking out? Is that a nerve? That's what I thought it was at first.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought I had both teeth out.
When I saw it, because I have the exact same thing on mine, I'm like, I think that was but you didn't mention that it had been cap, and I'm like, I could swear that looked like I think that's a cap tooth.
I had a dentist back when I was at Wild, and I had said, and they listened to the show, and I had said something about my teeth that was wrong. I might have even said implant on there. They got all pissed off, and I forget why they were pissed off. But so when I was talking about the teeth yesterday, like I think it's an implant, but it's definitely not an implant. It was just the cap from the skateboard.
Okay.
What happened to yours?
Mine, I had a couple that have gone. Both of them drunk injuries from college. One, I came home drunk from the bars, and we'd always order pizza. And so I'd order pizza, and when the pizza would get there, they would call up to the room, and you would come down, give them the money, and you'd bring your pizza back upstairs. And so I was in my loft, and the phone rang. And I'm like, oh, pizza. And so I reached out to get the phone, but the problem was my loft was on the other side of the room. So I fell out of my loft, and I came down, and there was a chair, and it had metal, steel, and it was cushion. And my tooth hit the side of it, and I was out cold. And people would always do this in our dorm. It was a co-ed dorm. They pull the fire alarms. It was, raucous Friday or Saturday night. Fire alarm goes off. I'm pretty much naked, knocked out on my floor, and it's a problem because we got the fire alarm going off. And so they hand me this ratty-ass towel, and they get me up, and they walk me downstairs, and my asshole friends walked me out on the girls' side and opened the door and put me outside and then closed the door. So I'm standing there in front of a dorm full of girls, and they look at my ratty-ass towel, like this thing you wouldn't even wash your car with. And they all kind of started laughing, and I looked down, I'm like, and I started laughing, and then when I smile, my fucking tooth's gone. So they are just, it was one of the most, I had so many embarrassing moments. One of the most embarrassing moments of my life.
And by the way,
terrible.
If you lose a tooth in the front, it changes your look.
It does.
Completely. And it ages you 25 years, and it just makes you look like you're up to such
You look like a man with nothing to lose.
Yeah, it does. I was looking at that picture, go, oh my gosh. It changes your entire look.
Yeah. The other front tooth that I had snapped out, I was at a bonfire party. I'd gone back to Logan to hang with some high school buddies, and this was when I was in college. And we always went to this place called Dee's Diner. It was open 24/7. It was out on a country road in the middle of nowhere. Dee's was always open, and their biscuits and gravy were freaking unbelievable. And if you were shit-faced, there was nothing better than Dee's biscuits and gravy. And so we're sitting around hammering. Somebody's like, let's go to Dee's. And we're like, yeah. And so I went jumping. I dove face first into the back end of a pickup truck. So I landed there.
You're in the bed.
And I kind of landed on my face. And my fat-ass friend, Keith Talby, did a seat drop. Well, he does a seat drop onto the back of my head. And the only thing holding up my head is my tooth. But it didn't keep me from Dee's biscuits and gravy. I still went with one ass tooth. and ate the hell out of those biscuits and gravy.
Now you make me want biscuits and gravy today.
Yeah, I got to, one of these days, I'll get you to Logan. We'll go to Dee's Diner. I pray it's still around.
We go to D's in the morning and we go to Pizza Crossing in the evening.
That's how you do it. That's exactly how you do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's a funny story.
That's how I lost both of my front teeth. So that's how I know that kind of stuff. Let me see here. Got a bunch of emails. This one said, I'm so sorry for your broken tooth, Jaybird. However, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard. And not that Jaybird knocked his tooth out, but for the pure silence from Kevin. Laughing emoji. I listened to it on the podcast first, and I was thinking, where the hell's Kevin?
He couldn't pull himself together.
I was laughing so hard, but then when I watched it again on YouTube and I watched Kevin's response, it was hilarious. Sorry again, Jaybird.
No, people get down and say, don't apologize. That was awesome. I'm glad we had a fun moment. Definitely laugh. Everything worked out awesome.
Yeah.
It could not have worked out any better.
It was unbelievable. It was stunning. I was stunned.
It's the first thing my dad said. He goes, I could tell you were legit just stunned and didn't know what was going on for about 2 minutes.
What the hell?
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. This is bad. That's crazy stuff.
Now we just have to figure out what we're doing for next World Record Wednesday.
I mean, how do you top that?
It's gonna be really lame.
Yeah, whatever it is, it can't measure up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sad to say, somebody just sent me this. Unfortunately, Dee's Diner closed its doors in 2013.
Damn.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Dee's.
The owner did open up a new restaurant in New Lexington, for truckers and local residents.
If you have Dee's Diner, you got to have some kind of a nut, kind of a Dee's Nuts kind of a thing.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. I don't know if they did, but they should have. Yeah.
Dee's Nuts.
Yeah. The owner, D. Storts, announced that Dee's was closing its doors after 33 years. A cultural icon. That's too bad. Let me see. Jesse had sent this in. Heard y'all talking about the Queen's new teeth on the podcast and that they had popped out soon after getting them. I've got 3 fake teeth, implants, and one of mine popped out fairly soon after I got them. And I went to the doctor, and they upped the strength of the adhesive on that tooth. They mentioned that they start low in strength. Not really sure why. Seems like a dumb approach. What do I know, though? Either way, she can probably go back in and get a stronger adhesive. To your point, those things ain't cheap, and swallowing or losing a tooth would suck. Hope this helps. I asked the Queen about it last night. I'm like, well, why would they do that? And they do the lower adhesive because you got to find out when you put those things on, could it cause an infection or anything go on? So they wouldn't want a permanent adhesive, and then they got to take them off to deal with an infection that happens at the root or with the gums. So they put them on to see how your mouth reacts to your new teeth. And so if there is a problem, they can snap them off pretty easily without causing any damage. And so you just have to know for the next year, you got to be mindful of your teeth.
I know when my dentist put more tooth on 2 of mine that I have been grinding for years. Like, so the bottom of both of these are fake. There's just the bottom part. And then so when he did it, though, he double cured it and he like did it twice. So it's a layer and then it's another layer. And so he's like, all right, these are going to be pretty strong, but go easy on them. Stop grinding them. Stop opening beer bottles with your teeth.
Yeah, I'm a grinder too, and I'm supposed to be wearing that
night
guard. I'm supposed to be wearing gump shoes, all kind of shit. I'm all fucked up.
Head to toe.
Head to toe. The mid ain't so good either.
I should be wearing a girdle.
Girdle for events sometimes. I'm not going to say I have worn a girdle for an event. I'm not saying I haven't.
I love a girdle.
A girdle helps a girl stay up there, feeling confident.
I got an email from Kyle. He said, I've been listening for about 12 years, and I have to tell you guys, this past month or so, you've all been off the rails hilarious. I mean, you've always been entertaining, but recently it's been on another level. Thank you so much for all you do and helping bring laughter into my life each day. Do It Bitch has quickly become my favorite segment, so much so that I want to start playing it with my friends. Curious, where do you get the questions and categories for the questions? Keep up all the insanity. The lunatic listeners love it. Yeah, I've thought one of these days, it's a project that I got in the back of my head, is I would like to start doing KVJ play-at-home games the games that we play and finding a way to create those. And probably the easiest thing is to do them off our website, so virtually you could play them. And then maybe start archiving and putting up some of those lists if I can somehow compile them and put them together.
Yeah, like all the do-it-bitch topics.
Yes, and then that way it would be the rules, how to play, ideas for quick, easy punishments. Because, with our punishments, there are some that you can do easily, and then some need props or work or this or that. So I could put up ones where you could just, in the moment, be like, okay, we could do this, no problem.
I love it.
That kind of makes it fun. And it makes the game a lot more intense if there's something on the back end that sucks.
I love the game we play on Friday, the music game.
Yeah, no name music. No name movie game. We could do that.
But the music one you do towards the end of the show, I always forget the name. But it's when we all have to sing it. You give us
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Name that fucking tune.
I think that's it.
Name that fucking tune.
Today, something happened for the first time that's never happened to me since we've been at RMF.
What's that?
I forgot for about 2 minutes we were not on the podcast. That we were like live on the air.
Oh yeah.
And if you notice, I would never overuse the word piss on the air. Yeah. And there was a segment I said pissing and piss.
Yeah.
5 or 6
You're
times.
going deep on it, yeah.
I was, and I normally don't do that.
Piss.
And all of a sudden you go to commercial break and my heart dropped. I go, holy fuck, I almost said shit or dick on the air.
What am I doing here? Yeah.
The tooth, man. It knocked something loose a little bit. I'm not myself.
Okay.
Well, they gave you pills. Are you eating them?
I did last night, and I'm still a little cloudy, I think.
Okay.
I can't sleep on that shit.
Yeah.
All night long.
It messes with you.
I'm super, super drowsy. I'm talking so drowsy where I'm stumbling, and I'll go under for about 30 seconds, and it rips me out of my sleep. Almost kind of like, ah!
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I don't like them pills sometimes.
No, they're kind of gnarly.
You can sleep on that shit?
Not necessarily. I don't think the point is to sleep.
Well,
Yeah. She can party.
If I'm taking a Percocet, it's not usually to deal with pain.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's rage.
I'm not here for a nap.
Yeah.
it makes me so tired.
I'm not here for a nap. I'm here to get on the table and booty shake.
If I was to take a pill today, you would have known it. I've been, hey, Kevin, so what?
Right out. I got this email from Donna. She had said, saw the ad online, Donna and the Pizzle. These are the outdoor theater rental things starting at $150. It's basically just finding a wall, getting a sheet, and then I think for rental for $150 you can get the projector for that. I know you talked a little bit about the movie and finding a location for the KVJ horror movie. And then, you were talking about maybe, hey, just doing a virtual watch party with people.
Well, yeah, because COVID really is fucking up a lot of stuff. A lot of theaters are not playing ball. And I think it is.
Some of the places won't even, they're not open. Some of the places I'm trying to get us in, they're like, no, we're not open yet.
Yeah.
It would probably help us out, too. Is give us an extra week just to make sure everything's cool and all that. We're doing great on time for the movie, but it is an extra layer of pressure that we don't need. And we could turn this into a watch party and have everyone watch it on YouTube when we watch it together.
Totally.
Y'all can come over to my house and then we just say, all right, we're going to watch it now and let's watch it together.
Totally.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's a
We don't need no
good thought.
fucking theater.
No.
Yeah.
I'll give out your address on the radio. Like 40 people show up.
Everyone's got it anyway.
So then with that, do you have an idea what day the movie then might be released?
Yeah, it's going to be the week of Halloween.
Okay.
That Monday.
Okay. All right.
We still have to. There's only one more shot one more scene to shoot, and that's involving KVJ Nation. I just have to. I'm reaching out to people as we speak that I'd reach out as to be extras for it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So we're doing that next week.
Doug's email here says, Kevin, Jaybird the other day was talking about a lost treasure in the West, but didn't know all the details. He may have been referring to the Lost Dutchman's Mine in the Superstition Mountains in Arizona. Jacob Waltz was said to have discovered a gold mine in the mountains, but only told his landlord at his death in 1891, but nobody's ever found it. And according to Apache legends, the mountains are a portal to hell and the source of the dust storms in the area.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Treasure.
The Dutchman's Mine.
And I'm not giving a single cent to Mel.
Fuck Mel.
Amen.
I hope Mel's family's not local.
Well, they definitely are.
They are. Oh, man.
They're so South Florida.
They're so, yeah. It's going to get
I
bad.
hope they get the joke.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I don't know, because you're explaining it to them, and this is Mel Fisher, the treasure hunter, and you're like, okay, so why are you telling my relative to fuck off?
you're right. They're not going to get the joke because the joke really is not fuck you, Mel. It's fuck you because we don't want to. We don't want to share our treasure.
You don't want to be able to, like, you find a treasure, and then all of a sudden you got to give it to Mel when he hasn't done anything.
Right. If I find it with my own two hands, Mel didn't help me dig it up.
And Mel's going to take it, and that makes me want to say,
Fuck Mel.
thank you.
Yeah. And so Virginia, while she's in the Keys, is walking by Mel Fisher's museum there. And
It was very random that I looked up and saw it. Mel Fisher Treasure Museum. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck Mel.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the meme that somebody made for that. It's Virginia's the witch holding a glass of champagne. It just says, fuck Mel.
That's such an amazing cartoon version of Virginia.
That's a great card. Yeah.
Who made that? That's awesome.
Yeah, they had tweeted that out. We had retweeted that. That
That's
was CJ.
amazing.
CJ, great work, young man.
Yeah, that's on the KVJ Show Twitter if you want to go see that.
Oh, I'm going to retweet that.
I think I know who CJ is on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can go and check it out. This is a very nice email from Marie. She said, Virginia's always on bird about kids, a girl, etc. Well, I thought I'd put this out there. I grew up listening to the KVJ show, and Jaybird was my radio dad. I wanted my mom to marry him, and I wonder if any other listeners consider Jaybird their radio dad.
Radio dad.
Radio
Wow.
dad. Okay.
That's
Nice.
sweet.
That is very sweet.
Yeah.
Very, very kind.
Okay.
And now I'm old enough. I want to date him.
Who?
What?
That girl.
Oh, guys, don't make it weird. That's your brand. I'm weird and you're weird. Well, we got different kinds of weird.
Fuck Mel and fuck you. So rude.
This is another interesting kid take. This is from a thread. Somebody said, posted up on social media, I'm giving away a 15-year-old boy. He's driving me crazy. Comes with clothes and some food. Just kidding. I needed to vent. And somebody responded, have you tried shoving him back up your vagina and taking him back out again? Kind of like a factory reset. Wouldn't that be interesting if you could do that?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that could be painful if you got a 15-year-old. Yeah. Plus, you don't want to say I jammed my 15-year-old into my vagina. They may not understand what you're talking about.
No.
It's not a good look.
No.
Or a good sound.
Yeah. No, that could go south. I always like this. Jaybird and Denny's are privy to some conversations that happen. I don't often hear or get the breakdown, but
Well, it's a lot. Not only Denny's, that back room right there just is people. They talk to suits. They
There's
talk
people
to.
in there now talking
See,
to
they're
him.
always been in the air.
Yeah, you're right. People are kind of in there always chatting.
Denny's gets a lot of information that way and then tells us stuff that otherwise would have taken us maybe a week or more to learn about, like office gossip.
And people are pretty upfront with me too, especially if I'm out in public. People always ask me weird stuff. You know, is it true that Virginia does that? Is Kevin really this?
Right, yeah. So people don't know, and then the rumors kind of get crazy.
Rumors, baby.
So I guess there's some rumors about all of us here. Some of the latest office gossip happening about the KVJ show.
This is office and around town.
Oh, and around town.
This
Okay.
is because
People on the street
some
are
of these
talking
are
about.
that I submitted too.
Okay. One of the rumors about me is that the reason why I get dropped off at work is because I got into trouble with the law.
That's a work one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got a DUI or something.
Something, yeah, you're not allowed to
I can see that. That makes sense.
He never shows his ankle in photos because he wears an ankle bracelet.
The
Yeah,
other
right.
thing,
It's a monitoring.
The person that said that got in my head. I go, let me. But we would know that would be in the news. You would Google that.
Oh
if you got
yeah,
arrested.
yeah. It would be in the news, and then I drove out to the photo shoot that
Yeah,
you had,
exactly.
or the shoot for the movie the other day. So yeah, so we do it. For some reason, my wife is on this kick. She just wants one car. She's like, I don't want to pay another car payment. So she has us in this crazy world of switching things off where I get dropped off in the morning and then I get the car and have it in the afternoon, get my kid from school, and then pick up my wife and we go home. And so it's this very complicated world of trying to live with one car.
I will tell you exactly why if you want the psychoanalysis.
Okay, what is that?
So your wife has social anxiety, and I believe that she is also a little codependent on you.
Okay.
And you are her security blanket.
Yeah.
And that is comforting to someone with social anxiety to have
Yeah.
that person. So she's created this world where you're never going to get your own car again.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Virginia.
I
Yeah.
know stuff.
Interesting psychoanalysis.
Probably
Yeah.
should have been a
Yeah.
psychoanalyzer.
Thank you, Dr. Know It Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is kind of pain in the ass, but
Okay,
like,
so
all right.
Kevin did not get a Dewey. He didn't get
No.
arrested.
That really would. I mean, that would be all
That'd be
over
public.
town.
It would be.
Yeah.
It'd be so public and would probably end up messing up all of our careers.
It would depend on what the company would do. It depends on what Kevin did and Kevin what he
Yeah.
got arrested for.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I guess you never know. And I don't know that they definitely don't like give you a high five for a DUI, but I don't know of instances where they're necessarily firing people. And a lot of it goes with how good's the show? How are the ratings going?
And what's in your contract?
What's your morality
Yeah.
clause?
Because
Right.
there is something in our contract where you
Yeah.
can't.
How strict is your company that owns your radio station?
Yeah, so that's kind of the tough thing. The one thing that really seems to be getting people right now is the sexual misconduct, and those stories, can happen. And, there's even one that's going on in the industry right now of a big guy in a major market that had an allegation. They had investigated. They were like, okay, no, we don't think the allegation's legit because it happened from like 2004, and then there's another allegation that apparently he was a little gropey maybe at a Christmas party from 2003. And then his co-host after that, kind of went off about him creating a toxic work environment and things like that.
Oh,
and so,
boy. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
so he's been, sidelined. He's been put on the bench for the rest of the month as they continue an investigation. So those seem to be the ones that really get male radio people right now, is creating which I completely create. Around here. So.
But only
Kevin-
with suits.
Kevin is so toxic.
Yes. So yes, I believe in a toxic workforce.
I think not even with the sexual, definitely the sexual stuff, but I also think just toxic asshole behavior.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be put up with anymore.
It's not. All those kind
And
of things.
good.
Yeah. All those things are costing people, and it's an interesting world now in radio, and we've kind of people in the industry. We've had this discussion about censorship, and then also knowing what to say, and like, okay, so used to have the era of the Howard Stern, the shock jock, and Howard Stern's not Howard Stern anymore.
No, he's definitely going soft.
They try to cancel him still from stuff he did back then.
Yeah, and so you would have that, and that was an era where that's kind of what you did. And now you've had stuff where you've even had people like, 4 different hosts were going against the vaccine, and 4 of them died that were saying, hey, don't get the anti-vaxxer kind of thing. And, I think some of them were looking at losing their jobs over that. So it's really an interesting world of what can you say, what shouldn't you say. Jay Leno has told comedians that you need to start adapting your material to today and not expect people to just let you say what you had said before, and that is part of the debate.
I so wish you would have done that in Jay Leno's voice.
I need to work on a Jay Leno, yeah.
Oh, I don't even know if I can do a Jay
He's
Leno.
tough. He's tough to do.
You
and,
do it.
And he hasn't really been in the spotlight for about 20
You're
years, so
right.
I don't know if anybody's out there racing to do a Jay Leno anymore.
If you do a Leno, if you're a comedian doing Leno impersonation, it's pretty hack and old
Yeah,
school.
you're kind of it's kind of tired at this point. So yeah, so a lot of people are kind of sorting that out. The other rumor, this one about Virginia, is that she steals towels and pillowcases from hotels.
Yeah.
I have stolen both of those before.
It's not a rumor, it's a fact.
I can absolutely confirm.
Okay.
When we were leaving a hotel in New Orleans one time, I had to find a bag to put all this stuff in, and I had no bag, so I took a pillowcase. I absolutely did that. Still have the pillowcase to this day, and I giggle about it every time I see it in the laundry. because we use it.
Okay.
And towels, I will take like if I need like an emergency little towel, I will. I don't take like the big towels, but
there's enough smoke there to where it's not a rumor. We're gonna go with that's a fact.
I've done that. I don't do it on the reg, and I wouldn't do it without purpose. I wouldn't do it just to be sticky fingered, but I've absolutely done it.
Just know it's out there, Saniki. It's out there.
All right. There's a rumor that is floating around, apparently, about Jaybird, that he hooked up with one of Bigfoot's wife's friends at his birthday party.
I found this out at the wedding that there was a girl at the wedding, and another girl comes up and goes, how awkward is this for you? I go, what are you talking about? Being in the heat right now? It's like, no. blah, blah, blah's here. And she's got a new man, and you guys hooked up, and you guys had a thing together. I go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Whoa.
I haven't done a thing with this girl. And I guess there's some kind of rumor, because I think you were right there with me. Oh, you don't remember. Yeah, never mind. Look who I'm talking to.
Yeah, I did shots. I don't remember nothing after about 5 p.m.
I'm telling you the truth. Well, you were there at my birthday party.
Yes, I was there.
I did not hook up with that girl.
I was actually sober at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. when that girl woke up in Jason's bedroom, but Jason had not been in the bedroom all night because he was in the living room with me singing John Mayer songs.
Do you remember that big fight that went down at my birthday party?
Right.
She was part of the fight. So she was all she was upset. The other girl was, people were upset.
It was crying. It was drama.
I tried to, I got her in my room away from everybody, and then I walked out and I hosted the party. But now there's this rumor that I hooked up with her.
She did stay till 5 a.m., but I was there too, and you called her an Uber, and she left in the Uber. She was all disheveled and confused.
Yeah,
but
we got her
nobody
home.
was in that bedroom with her. She was in there with the door closed by herself. She slept for about a good 3 or 4 hours.
She needed about 30 hours of sleep. No, but I also think
he did not sleep with her that night. I was there.
But I also think they think there's something else going on, even other than that night. And
I can't speak on that.
Yeah, but I'm being honest with you. I swear to you on everything.
I want to know about that other night.
Well, she's in the circle of friends, so I've been around this girl. But yeah, that's the rumor.
Okay.
And that is a rumor.
Our boss told us a rumor yesterday about Kevin.
Yeah?
That you mooned a whole group of people at Disney? That's not true.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
See how these rumors?
Our boss was like, oh, yeah, there's upcoming, events and radio station events at Disney coming up later this year. And KVJ is not invited to go back because, the rumor, guys, right? And we were like, no, what? And she's like, oh, that Kevin mooned a whole bunch of people at Disney. I was like,
during a parade, like
what?
We were part of a Disney parade, and I mooned people. Like,
That
if I would have
never
done that, I'm like, I would be on a
happened.
sex offender list.
That never
that
happened.
never happened.
Yeah, I'm like,
Where did they get that from?
I don't know. I'm like, I kind of would like to know that because that really should be addressed, saying what you guys.
Well, the reason why it needs to be addressed is because it's messing up a business relationship, and our boss is involved.
Well, you
in that.
guys were saying that the KVJ show can't go back to Disney World because Kevin committed a felony?
See, so what?
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of like to maybe talk about that one.
What happens is I've noticed we get knocked with some stuff with our reputation just because we've done crazy stunts. There's shit we haven't done. People say we've done. It's stuff like that, and you go, motherfuckers, we're not that crazy. We would
Right.
not. We would never do something like
Right.
that.
You can say we're too edgy for Disney, and I wouldn't argue with you. I'd
I
be like, that's
agree.
fine. I get that. And that's why I haven't pushed the issue. But yeah, when it came out yesterday that it's like, wait, because I did what?
You mooned in a parade?
That's the worst. When you get accused of something, you did. It's like that one time that guy accused me of saying, "Did you tell somebody I got ran over by a train?" Like, no. When you get accused of something you had nothing to do
Right.
with, you get weirded out.
Especially something that's like very twisted and has to do with you being naked in front of children.
And when
In a parade.
When are they
Yeah.
saying that happened? Do they have a date on that?
I don't know.
If you're gonna say stuff, you got to have the facts to back it up.
I mean, yeah, when that would have been in my mid-20s, 20 years ago.
Can you imagine the trouble that the radio station would have got in if
Oh
you
my
would have
gosh,
really
yeah.
done that?
Oh, this makes sense of. I know what this is. This is somebody that did not like y'all from the old station that was talking shit that got this rumor started.
Oh, the old promotions director? actor?
It's either him or someone else, and I think you know who.
I think I could see him or the one you're talking
Well,
about
the person
doing
I'm
that.
talking about, I know for a fact, lied to a business relationship that made me look like an asshole and a diva when we were supposed to perform with the snack pack, and was acting like I had all of these demands and I had a rider. I go, a rider? I go, dude, I'm glad we were even invited, and made this person hate my guts, and none of it was real.
Damn.
So I can see that person doing the same thing to Kevin Ralston because he didn't like y'all.
Another rumor, there's even one about Denny's, that he's quitting the show to move to Las Vegas with Jen.
Yeah, that one I heard. Someone at the wedding said that to me. I go,
What?
No. They go, so I heard your boy Denny's leaving the show. He's going to Las Vegas.
Denny's!
Hey, what's he doing in Vegas?
I go, where the fuck did you hear that? And this was this guy's answer. I don't know. I heard it somewhere. This guy was.
I don't know. I heard it somewhere.
This guy might have been a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Cannonball.
Double, yeah. Cannonball.
Might have had a goofball or two in him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it's not true.
No,
I'd be so sad.
It's confirmed Denny's is not going to Vegas.
If Denny's is leaving us, he better leave in the middle of the night and not tell us, because I will seriously try to chain him to the wall
He needs to do
and keep him as our personal hostage forever.
He needs to do a Goodwill Denny's where he doesn't tell anybody. He writes a letter and he's gone.
Yeah.
Like, son of a bitch stole our line.
That's the only way he can go, because I will be devastated.
I demand he stay here in this toxic work environment.
Yes.
You must continue to get harassed.
With zero pay increase.
That's right. It's the only way we roll around here. There's also a rumor that Suits is faking being Jewish.
That's not true either.
I love that.
I love
He's
that.
a faux Jew?
I love that rumor so
I
much.
love it.
I think that's awesome.
Was he even bar mitzvahed?
He's laughing so hard in the other room.
Show us pictures of your bar mitzvah.
Suits, come in here and
You
explain
know what?
yourself.
I think we have to feed him a matzo ball, and if he can't get it down, he's fake Jew.
Suits, get in here if that's your real name.
Is there some kind of like Jew test we can give him?
Yeah, you got me. I'm Catholic. I just always wanted to be Jewish my whole life.
I'm Catholic.
Show us your circumcised penis.
There's that toxic work environment.
There's no sexual harassment whatsoever in this place.
No, were you talking about reverse cowgirl in suits earlier?
It has been an eventful hour
It's
and
been
a
a
half.
little toxic today.
It has been. And I knew it was wrong, but I thought it was funny, so I joined in.
I knew it was wrong.
I'm
but
going
I
down
thought
with the
it was
witch.
Funny.
Like, I'm not coming in for that one. I'm going to sit in my room over there.
It's unbelievable.
I love it. Let's keep that rumor going.
Prove you're a Jew. Go.
Shalom.
There you go. I'm convinced.
I believe
Yeah,
that.
I don't know necessarily how you
I
prove it.
didn't
but
prove anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know how to do that one.
There's a lot of rumors around suits. You notice that?
I
like
love
the talk,
it.
the
Lot of
mystery.
It's
smoke.
good. You
Lot
got
of-
people
Yes,
talking.
building a mystery.
Yeah, that's good to have people talking. A couple other quick things that came up here today on the KVJ show. We're talking about what not to Google, and somebody had said, do not Google Art of the Zoo. Turns out that actually is another phrase for bestiality, so definitely do not.
I did. It's the feds will be at my house today.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get deep.
Lucky for me, I didn't find it.
Yeah. Here comes another rumor here. Donkey fucker Pennington. Art of the Zoo.
Donkey fucker.
Yeah.
That's a tough rumor.
Yeah, that's a tough rumor.
That's
I
up
thought
there.
mine was bad, but yeah.
It's up there with the Richard Gere gerbil rumor.
Yeah, I'm only showing my giblets to children at Disney. You're fucking donkeys.
Do you think that gerbil rumor affected roles for Richard Gere?
No.
You hope not.
No, because it was before Pretty Woman, and they probably wouldn't have put him in Pretty Woman if it really affected him.
And it was before the internet.
Yeah.
I think if that happens now. If someone got caught putting a gerbil up their ass as an actor right now, and there was memes and there was retweets.
It's just so random, and it's amazing how it's embedded into American culture.
You could ask if I was down at the Keys and asked 10 people about the Richard Gere gerbil story, 8 out of 10 would know that story.
It's embedded like a gerbil claw in your rectal wall.
And I wonder how many people you said, okay, first thing that comes to mind when I see Richard Gere. How many people would say Pretty Woman? How many people would say gerbil in his ass?
I would guarantee 50% say gerbil in his ass.
It's probably a 50-50.
It is.
Yeah.
And those are the people I want to hang out with.
I think I go with gerbil.
I don't want to hang out with the people that know him from Pretty Woman.
I mean, isn't that the worst? Yeah.
I want to run with the crew that goes, gerbil fucker.
I've had this esteemed career.
Yeah. I think he's gerbil in the ass. That's the first thing I think of. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it really is. It's absolutely terrible.
And do people really do that? Is that a thing?
Don't Google it, man.
Yeah, don't Google
You already got enough weird shit on your computer. You have Art of the Zoo and Richard Gere gerbils in the ass.
That's hilarious.
Lightning may strike you and your
I might
computer.
just have to throw this thing away.
Bird's definitely going down. Losing a tooth's going to be the least of your problems.
I know.
All right, y'all. Thanks for the emails. Thanks for being here. We got one more day to get you the weekend. We'll see you then.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.